Good morning, Mocs, and welcome back to the Weekly Report. I'm Adria Schimmenti.
And I'm Bialkowski, and this is your weekly campus news show.
From a Florida student's newest invention to campus safety announcements and the Boston Marathon, there's a lot to discuss, so let's get into it. This is your Weekly Report.
On Friday, April 14th at 4:44 p.m., Florida Southern's Campus Safety Office sent out an email with the subject line reading, "Timely Warning." This email warns the FSC community of a person spotted outside of the Marjorie McKinley Music Building. This person allegedly attempted to run a con scheme against a student, pretending to be a student and faking a medical episode to gain assistance. Students were and are still advised to call campus safety at 863-680-4305 if this man is spotted. The man's description is a black male in his late 20s to early 30s of medium build, wearing a CarMax polo shirt and driving a blue sedan. If you or a student that you know are approached by someone running a con scheme, avoid or break off contact with the person. Maintain a safe distance from this person and contact safety as safely and as soon as you can.
Tonight, SGA will be holding a movie screening of The Lorax in honor of Earth Day. This is a 4-day-long celebration in honor of Earth Day here on campus to help students learn more about protecting the earth through a sustainability-inspired work of cinema. This event will occur in Badcock Garden. SGA advises you to, quote, bring a blanket or a towel and some snacks and be prepared to see through a Dr. Seuss story how greed and ambition can overtake the environment. This event will occur at 8 p.m. Then on Wednesday at 11 a.m., guest speaker Dr. Jason Spadaro from Mote Marine Laboratory will be here in Weinstein Auditorium to speak on coral reef restoration. Finally, the series of events will be finished off with a final event on Thursday from 4 to 5:30 p.m. located on Mr. George's Green. Here, a collection of clubs will be from around FSC will be tabling on ways to be sustainable.
This weekend, FSC's Opera, Theater, and Orchestra will join together to perform The Elixir of Love in Branscombe Auditorium. This charming comedy, originally written in Italian but sung in English, follows a young peasant boy named Nemorino, who is desperately in love with the daughter of a wealthy landowner, Adina. Unfortunately, Adina doesn't love Nemorino back, so he acquires a love potion in order to gain her love, and chaos closely follows. Performances are this Friday, April 21st at 7:30 p.m. and this Sunday, April 23rd at 2:30 p.m. Tickets for this production are available for free for all FSC faculty, staff, and students on the box office website or via their phone number at 863-680-4296.
Here in Lakeland, a local college student has designed a device to protect female runners. As an avid runner, Brooke Learman had become tired of always having to look over her shoulder, fearing for her safety. So the 21-year-old created Over the Shoulder, a device geared toward female runners in this situation. The device connects to your phone through Bluetooth. It will alert you when a person, vehicle, or animal is behind you and tell you how far away it is. The Florida Southern College Business Administration major raised $31,000 to develop the prototype and hopes to have it on the market by the end of the year.
Southern Florida has been hit by a massive gas shortage recently. Filling stations across Miami-Dade and Broward counties had to shut down pumps as tanks were emptied one by one. The trouble stems from last week's heavy rains in eastern Broward County, which flooded Port Everglade roads and erupted the ability to move fuel from the port to local stations. In a statement from Port Everglade officials, quote, the public is encouraged to remain patient and not rush to the pumps since the port has ample fuel supply. As more of the privately owned petroleum companies become operational, deliveries will continue to increase, end quote. More fuel is set to arrive shortly, but for now, gas prices will continue to rise until the fuel has been refilled.
New York medical professionals recently presented a possibility of a cancer vaccine meant to reduce former cancer patients' risk of recurrence. Even better, this vaccine is largely focused on the decrease of melanoma, which is the deadliest form of skin cancer. This personalized mRNA vaccine is the first of its kind to show a benefit using a randomized control trial. In these trials, professionals found close to a 50% decrease in risk of relapse, giving hope to people everywhere at the possibility of an even more advanced cancer vaccine.
Phantom of the Opera, written by Andrew Lloyd Webber, closed its curtains for the last time on Broadway this past Sunday, April 16th. The production has been crowned the longest-running show on Broadway after almost 14,000 performances and 6,500 people employed over the past 35 years. Actors, musicians, directors, and audience members alike are saddened to see this staple show reach its finale, but are excited to see what new show will take its place.
The Boston Marathon returned early Monday morning with a multitude of big names competing over the 26.2-mile marathon race. In the elite men's field, there are many runners hoping to win the marathon major, despite its unpredictable weather conditions and many uphills and downhills, creating a race no one can fully prepare for. One runner who will look to more than win this race is Eliud Kipchoge. Kipchoge is the world record holder for the marathon distance, having run 2 hours, 1 minute, and 9 seconds over the distance. The current Boston Marathon course record is held by Jeffrey Mutai, who ran a time of 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 2 seconds back in 2011. In a race that featured a fast pace in the first 13 miles, great weather, and a tailwind. Despite Kipchoge's prowess over the distance, it will still be a major feat to break this 12-year-old record. The elite men will be finishing very soon after the ending of the weekly. You can tune into SBN to catch the end of this race. That's about it for this week's edition of the Weekly Report. Once again, I'm Adria Schimmenti with Bialkowski saying thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.